Hello and welcome back to Daily News Analysis by Abhit. Today is 14th of March 2023 and this is the list that we'll be covering today. You can go through this once. So today is International Pi Day. Okay, so this day is celebrated on 14th March every year. And what is pi? We know pi is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. So if we have a circle like this, the ratio of circumference, by diameter is pi. Now pi is denominated by this symbol, Greek symbol, right? And also today is the birthday of Albert Einstein, the genius, right? Now pi is an irrational number. We're going into a little bit of mathematics, and it is not possible to calculate pi by dividing an integer by any other number. So pi is never ending and it also never repeats. So in ancient time, Archimedes was the first person who studied pi, right? And there are some facts here, like there are no zeros in the first 31 digits of pi. Okay, and there are various names also for pi, like Rudolph's number, Archimedes constant, circular constant, right? So this pi is a constant. Those who are doing maths or mathematical researches, they will know more, all right? But for us, this much is enough. Then from Ministry of Jal Shakti in PIB, we found this news that under the provision of Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1958, this water heritage site has been identified, and 75 WHS water heritage structure has been identified in reference to 75 years of India's independence. A total of 421 nominations were received from various states, central agencies, NGOs, and etc. And 75 has been chosen. So you can see the list here in this website. Okay, you can go through that list. Then from Ministry of Defense, exercise La Pero 2023. Now La Pero is a multilateral exercise and it includes this Royal Australian Navy, French Navy, Indian Navy, Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. The Navy, Japanese Navy is called Maritime Self-Defense Force, Royal Navy, and the United States Navy. So this time it is the third edition of La Pero, from 13 to 14. Today is the last day in the Indian Ocean region. Okay. Then from Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, this estimate, Agrometeorology Advisory Services has been rendered under the Gramin Krishi Mausam Sewa scheme, GKMS. Okay. Now, what is GKMS? GKMS was implemented by Indian Meteorological Department in collaboration with State Agricultural Universities plus ICAR, which is Indian Council of Agricultural Resource. Now it issues crop location specific weather-based agricultural advisories for the benefit of the farming community. Okay, and this agrometeorological advisory services is operated to prepare bulletins based on weather twice a week. Under the GKMS, there is information relayed or not. All right, the information is broadcasted through multimedia channels and also through SMSs to help farmers plan their operations according to the weather. Now, these farmers are using GKMS service or the products for management of sowing of seeds, spraying of pesticides, changing crop variety, etc., right, and managing irrigation, like so on. So this is to help the farmers. Then from Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, the India State of Forest report has been released. Okay, so this is very important if anyone of you is giving forest examination. Okay, so this is ISFR 2021 has been released. Okay, now if we go here, you can see all the states with the details, how much change in forest cover, how much percentage of total forest cover. So Arunachal has 79% under forest. Okay, then again above 50% we have Goa also, right? What about Assam and all? So if you go back here once, you see Assam at 36%. Okay, so remember this from Assam point of view. Then above 50% we have Kerala, then also Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram also has high number, Nagaland has at 73. So and Tripura also has at 73. Okay, so among the northeastern states, Assam has the lowest, that is at 36% of total area is forested. Okay, you can see here the total tally is, in India's context, 21% of India's land is forested land, only 21%. Okay, then Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, from this department, from this ministry, we see this Kamalam, which is dragon fruit cultivation in area, has been expected to expand to 50,000 hectares in 5 years under MIDH scheme. So here again important is the scheme. Okay. Briefly about the dragon fruit, it is a herbaceous perennial climbing cactus which is known as pitaya. It has origin in southern Mexico, all this and Central America and South America, right? But it is also widely cultivated in Southeast Asia, then India, then Caribbean islands, Australia, like basically throughout the tropical and subtropical world. Okay, and it is known as the wondrous fruit of the 21st century because of the lot of benefits it gives for people with diabetes and a lot of other enormous health benefits. So it is economic value as a food product is there also, but health benefits also is there, right? So MIDH is a scheme called Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. Now this is a centrally sponsored scheme for the growth of horticulture sector, covering fruits, veggies, root and tuber crops, mushrooms, spices, etc. So under this scheme, the government of India contributes 60% of total outlay for development programs in all the states except in Northeast and Himalaya, because in Himalaya and Northeast, I think it's 70% is contributed by the central government and rest is shared by the state governments. Okay, oh sorry, this is not 70% here, I have mentioned it here 90%, so I missed it out. So 90% is covered by the government of India in the northeastern and Himalayan states. So 10% is contributed by the state government. Okay, then again from Ministry of Science and Technology, this is Memorandum of Cooperation has been signed between Science and Engineering Research-Based Board SERB and the Swedish Foundation of International Cooperation in Research and Higher Education, Stockholm. So from Sweden, this institute, and from India, SERB has signed a Memorandum of Cooperation. Now this is to promote mobility funding opportunities in both countries, which will facilitate academic cooperation, mobility activities like seminars, workshops and conferences. Okay, so this is to enable a smooth exchange of activities between our young scientists and Swedish researchers. Now India, if we have to go back to India and Sweden relation, you can see here, this is the map of Sweden. It is sandwiched between the Gulf of Bothnia and Norway. This is Sweden. Capital is Stockholm, right? And many Indian companies, IT companies particularly, and also pharma and biotech companies have representative offices in Sweden. Then Indian music, dance, art, cuisine are widely appreciated all over the Europe, so even in Sweden. Then Sweden exports to India are pharmaceuticals, paper and pulp products, chemicals, engineering products, and telecom equipment. And main things Indian exports are chemical products, food products, and semi-manufactured and manufactured goods. Alright. The next news is India remains world's largest importer of arms. This is by SIPRI. Now SIPRI is a Swedish think tank. It stands for Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. So Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. Okay, and we are the largest importer according to the think tank. Now, who supplies the most? Russia is the largest supplier of arms to India from 2013 to 2022, but its share fell from 64% to 45%, but nevertheless it is still the largest supplier. Then from Russia, first is Russia as a supplier, right? Then you have France, who supplies the second largest arms to India. Okay. Then if India is the largest importer, who is the next? The next is Saudi Arabia. Okay. Then of course the Oscars are out. This is the final slide for today's news analysis. Naatu Naatu again from the movie RRR has won the Oscar. Okay. And the documentary The Elephant Whisperers also bagged Oscars in the best documentary from India, right? So Naatu Naatu for the best song again, and the Elephant Whisperers for the best documentary. They have won the Golden Globes also previously. In the previous DNCs you'll find that one. Now Oscar Awards, it is also called Academy Award. Okay, in full it is Academy Award of Merit by name Oscar. All right. Now it is presented annually by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to recognize achievement in the film industry. So the first awards were presented in 1929. Okay, and what do the winners receive? They receive a gold-plated statue, commonly called Oscar. You can see here, this is the gold-plated statue. And only members of Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences may nominate and vote for the candidates. No other people can vote or nominate. Now it was televised first in 1953. Then since 1969, they have been broadcasted on internationally. Now this movie, Everything Everywhere All, which is the last time Golden Globe winner as well. So this movie also won 7 Oscars this time. So one of them is this lady called Michelle Yeoh. She's a very popular actress in the Hollywood. She was in a lot of Chinese movies as well. So she won the Best Actress, and she is the first Asian. Michelle Yeoh is the first Asian woman to win Best Actress in the Oscars. Also, she won the Golden Globe also, right? So with this, we come to the end of today's news analysis. If you're enjoying this series, do join us in our Telegram channel to get updated on what we are providing and also to get PDFs of the courses. Plus, we have this study circle where we can interact personally. We can discuss a lot of things. We can have a lot of seminars and practice for your upcoming examinations or even for examinations in general. All right. So you can look up. The link is in the description below. So thank you for joining this session. We'll see you soon.